that, and we just have to get it out there.
Yep.
Simply because, like you said, okay, you guys flying planes, how about the next step? You guys driving cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've heard of this before. I've actually heard of a plan where they want to make like 5 districts in the United States of America where you need permission to go from one area of the country to the other. Like if we're going from the south, you want to go to the Midwest, that you'd be crossing into another area, and you have to either get permission or make it known that you want to travel there. And I'm sorry, but this is our country, and it's not Europe, and it's not China, and it's absolutely horrendous. But this is, like another nail in our democracy and another nail in the United States of America, all bent towards one worldism.
Yep.
Well, it kind of sounds like when you used to have to cross between one half of Germany to the other, and you have to show your papers just to stay in Germany, and that carries some serious implications with that analogy as well.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
I heard something political.
I know. I heard a rumor that they were talking about putting toll roads on I-4. Did you hear about that?
No.
It was a couple weeks ago. Like, I heard on the radio, but I think it was a rumored radio, so I don't know if it's really true or not.
Rumored
so
radio.
if you've heard about that, let me know. But I saw something they said they were thinking about putting toll roads on I-4.
That has nothing to do with aviation.
I know, but we were just talking about not being able to travel. I just popped in my head.
I have a question about aviation.
But it does have to do with aviation, because then if they start charging all the tolls, well, then you can start flying more.
Well, if they do the user fee on the flying, then no one's going to be flying anymore either.
And then you have more people on the roads.
And then you're going to have
more
everyone.
carbon dioxide.
You're going to have people laid off in airlines. You're going to have people laid off in air traffic control. They're going to have people laid off all over the place. And they're going to say, oh, it's going to bring in $3 trillion. It's not. You're going to have a lot of people lose their jobs.
But then they'll be paying more on the tolls.
Yeah, but they'll be paying more.
See, that's how the tolls had to do with aviation.
The big thing is that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and their livelihood if this...
So write your congressman. We got to figure out what the bill number is. Want me to look it up while you talk?
I don't know. You can.
Well, it's helpful. Sure. It's helpful.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
But I mean, if this user fee for the general aviation, especially, is brought through, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, and not. Some.
Do you feel passionately about this, Josh?
I do.
I think you do. Yes.
You never hear about it in the news. You hear about all these other issues, but never about that they're trying to kill off aviation in America, which is what they've done in Europe. I'm a Belgian citizen, and I came to the States to do flight training. Why? Because there's no general aviation in Belgium, because you pay for every single approach you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Tell us how you really feel, Josh.
I am.
I told you.
And then we need to have long pauses in between when we say things. That's what they do on the other talk shows.
Well, no, but they also do it on commercial flights. Have you ever had that? It's hilarious. We take a commercial flight and the captain will come on. Hi, this is Captain,
from the flight deck.
We had a hilarious time when we went down to Ecuador.
We're number 15 for takeoff.
I hope Sino's not listening.
Yeah.
We've got a student, her husband flies for
United Continental.
United.
Sorry.
Yes. Don't be getting in trouble.
Here's what I found. It says a petition to take user fees off the table in the budget deficit talks has been launched at We the People, a government website that promises that any petition receiving 5,000 signatures in 30 days will get reviewed by White House staff. So far they had 9,000 something, and that was in January, about this issue. It doesn't give the bill number. I'll find it, though.
Hey, Larry.
Yes. Phone number. phone. Yeah, good morning. You're on the air. You there?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here. Do you guys know what is the age limit on a commercial airlines pilot?
A commercial airline?
Yeah, the big
as far
guy.
as the retirement age?
Yeah. What time are they forced to leave?
It used to be 60. They moved it to 65 in the last 3 years or something like that.
4 years.
Yeah, and they're pushing now to make it 67. So they keep trying to push it later and later. The reason being is they don't have new pilots to take the positions of the older guys who are needing to retire.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's a catch-22. Before they enjoyed not pushing them out, but they enjoyed having them retire at that age because, as they've been there longer, they make more money, so you let them retire, you bring on some younger people, and they're just not doing it because the younger people aren't there. They can't afford it right now. And because the lending isn't there, the loans aren't there, and so they're having to extend the ages.
Would that apply also to like pilots for like FedEx and things like that?
For the most part.
Yeah,
I would think so.
As far as I know, all 121 carriers, the retirement age is 65.
Is it 121 carriers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's
that's
65
as far as
right
I
now.
know. I don't want to be slammed with that. I don't know how a space shuttle flies or anything like that again.
The space shuttle probably has a different age limit. Yeah.
Is there like a shortage for commercial pilots?
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
There will be.
There will be.
They're saying that in the next 2 to 5 years, there's going to be a huge need for younger pilots to be taking the positions of the pilots that are, or filling positions as they open up, as people retire.
Yeah.
Now, the big issue with that is that now the FAA mandates that these pilots have 1,500 hours and a airline transport pilot certificate, which is a good thing for safety, and it's also a great thing because what a lot of airlines have been doing is they'll hire on a younger guy such as myself, and then they'll throw you peanuts for it. Where they're overpaying the guy, or not overpaying, but they're paying the guys at the top a lot more. And they're able to bring on a whole bunch of younger guys for the price of one guy. Or one of the more experienced guys, and they toss them peanuts. Now, with this rule, they're not going to be able to do that as much, so it's going to be better for airline pilots over the long run, but they still need to bring in these pilots that need the 1,500 hours, which are going to be harder to get if this bill ever gets passed.
Well, it's harder to get anyway. Right now, unfortunately, with aviation, the lending for aviation, there used to be quite a few sources that would do it, for the young people to be able to go through the training. A lot of those sources have fallen off with the economy going bad and all that, and just people aren't willing to loan, and so a lot of people are having a harder time. So it's kind of like an accumulation of all kinds of factors that are making it harder. According to USA Today, they're going to need 129,000 pilots within the next 5 years. Well, and that's just in the United States. So, some of the European countries are lower, but there's going to be a huge need for pilots, and they're just not there.
I guess a great amount of pilots are ex-Air Force pilots, right?
Honestly, a lot of that's not happening as much as it used to.
Yeah, it used to be that way.
It used to be that way. That's how the airlines got their pilots, but it's not really happening that much anymore.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, FedEx, would that be like the ideal job for a pilot? I mean, rather than being commercial?
It really depends on the person. Some people, they like to fly people. Some people like to fly cargo. Some people want to do charters. There's so many different areas that you could do in flying. It's really just somebody else's personality. I've got people that they don't ever want to do large flights. They'd rather just do little puddle jumpers, over down by the islands and stuff. I mean, it really depends on what the person wants, what their lifestyle they want, that kind of thing.
Does FedEx have its own union? Do you know?
Does who?
FedEx.
Oh, I have no idea.
I was just wondering. I know American Airlines right now is going through a lot of baloney with their seats loosening up and all that other kind of stuff. Sometimes you wonder what's going on there.
Yeah, you never really know.
Okay, nice talking to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye now.
And the military thing isn't as good as it. You're right, Larry?
Yeah.
All right. The military route isn't as good as it used to be because the military used to fly a whole lot. But I actually I talked to a couple other guys from the military, and I fly more than they do at the flight school than they do when they're with the military sometimes, because with the faster airplanes and everything like that, a mission might be two hours of flight, or 2 or 3 hours of flight. On average, I'm not saying that I know about the military a whole lot, but I fly an average of 4 hours a day.
I like your disclaimers there.
Yeah, well, I said something stupid about the space shuttle, I got slammed for it. So
now every time you're saying, I may not
know this for sure, but what I've heard is... Yes. So, and that's making the guys who are coming out of the military just as qualified as the guys who didn't go to the military with the same amount of flight time.
And you have another phone call. Good morning, you're on the air.
You just answered my question, or about the military. But I thought the military, like Air Force and Navy pilots, especially our Navy pilots that are in a squadron aboard a carrier, they definitely have to have so many hours fly time and training.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't end. And that's why I was so surprised that the military personnel are not jumping from, when they retire from the military, going into commercial aviation.
Yep.
But there used to be a story saying you could always tell a Navy pilot or ex-Navy pilot when you were flying, because they always come in and you knew when you hit ground when they were flying.
Carrier landings.
Yeah, carrier landings, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you, you too.
Student pilots do carrier landings too sometimes.
Yes. Well, real quick, I'm going to throw out the congratulations to two students. We had Daniel Guerra. He got his instrument rating. He is actually a Navy. He's in the Navy now, I do believe.
I think so. He's up at Annapolis.
Yes. So he came down. He finished up his instrument this weekend, and then we had Rodney. He came in and got his private also. So a very good job for both of them.
Thanks for lunch. Daniel,
yes.
Daniel
Rodney
still owes us lunch.
Yes, but Rodney actually came in and brought us wings. Oh, it was good.
It was very good. I think there were like 120 chicken wings between the flight school.
And there were none left.
There were none left. They were really good.
They brought watermelon and wings, and it was very good. So, yes, thank you, Rodney, if you're listening. So, I think
we just made everyone hungry.
I know. I think Pip was his instructor, and then Martin took care of Daniel, didn't he?
Well, I did all of Daniel's training, and Martin just did the final day with him and signed him off.
So he got the sign off for all your hard work?
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, good job, Martin.
But Martin got his gold seal because of it. So
that's true. Well, he didn't get it, but
he didn't get it. He will get it. He qualifies for his gold seal. But I got my gold seal first, and that's all that matters. So
yes.
By the way, when you were speaking of eating wings, are the wings we eat from the only birds that don't fly? I mean, do we ever eat wings from birds that actually fly?
Chickens fly.
Ducks.
Not very far. Oh yeah. Do we eat duck wings?
I don't know. But chickens do fly.
Not well.
Well, they've been jump certified too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Ducks and what else do people eat?
I don't know. My mom makes a killer duck with prunes and wine.
Do you eat the
and
wings?
Stuff. I don't know.
I would assume so. I mean, you're not going to throw the wings away.
I assume.
Or the legs.
I assume you do.
Okay, so we're going to say yes.
Yes.
Maybe just not in
but not in the same way that we eat chicken wings. I mean, how many chickens are running around there without wings right now because of the 120 that we ate on Tuesday?
Let's say divided by 2, that'd be 60.
Well, thanks for that.
That's funny. Hey, by the way, the other phone call before we go there. Last week, this is news here. Last week, a House committee led by U.S. Representative Sam Graves, a Republican from Missouri, who was a pilot himself and an advocate for general aviation, heard from the panel of industry witnesses about the impact of the proposed fee that you were just talking about. And apparently there's at least 200 congressmen that have signed a petition against it.
Sweet.
So
good. Keep it up.
You've got a lot of support behind the efforts you're talking about. Good morning, you're on the air.
Are you talking about duck?
We were, yeah.
Could be.
Oh, my husband makes a killer duck, too.
Do you eat the wings, though? Do you eat the wings?
I don't think I never see the wings. He must eat them before he gives them to me. He puts the duck
I
on
think
the
the
table.
duck wings
That's
are
what it
actually
is.
very small.
Yeah, I think they disappear.
Maybe there's no meat on them. Maybe that's why they can fly.
Maybe the dogs eat them. Yeah. Hey, I got an idea how you can make up money for that $100 you got to pay. With all this politician stuff going on political, you just pay the new guy to fly around Ocala with his banner like Chris Blair for sheriff all over town until the election. You know, do you guys do that with your service? Can you do that? Can you tie a banner and fly around if I want to get married or something?
Yeah, no, we don't do banner towing. You have special training to be able to do it, and you also have special equipment on the airplane and at the airport to be able to do that.
I think someone out of Gainesville does it, though, if you do want to get married.
You could probably make a killing right now, though. You better put a hook on your plane.
Yeah, you have to have a hook on your plane. You have to have poles, at the airport. You have to have, and it has a lot of wear and tear on the engines.
Oh, does it?
Sound business advice.
You wouldn't think a banner is that heavy?
Well, the planes aren't made to pull things.
Oh,
that's the thing.
Well,
and it puts a lot of drag on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of drag that's created by it.
Gotcha. Oh, well, I was just trying to find ways to make up that $100 for you.
Well, I appreciate that.
All right. Okay. Have a good day.
You too.
It looks like it's going to be defeated, though, from what I'm reading here.
Yeah, but that thing is, it's been defeated over and over again, and that's why they keep changing.
Keep coming back.
Oh, yeah, it's just different. Before it was all user fees, and now it's like, okay, now it's going to be an instrument user. So we don't know. It keeps morphing, trying to get through.
I'm afraid if the current president gets reelected, that some way in the next 4 years he will be able to push it through. That's
gotcha.
in some way, shape, or form, and that's my concern.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, I have a question about the birds in fall and spring. There's thousands of blackbirds that fly east in the morning, and then in the evening they fly back west, but there's gobs of them. Does that affect the jets coming in at all?
It can, yeah. A bird can be very, very detrimental to a jet engine if it's sucked in.
I think we detrimental to any plane.
Well, yeah, but lots of times they actually move out of your way for the most part, but not always.
Yeah, it tends, from what I have noticed, it tends to be more dangerous when you're coming in for landing or taking off.
Because that's generally when they're lower.
Yeah, because when they're in the air, they're not going to be as high as a big jet, and for us, we kind of watch out for them and you move, honestly.
Yeah, they're like about maybe 200 feet up, something like that.
Yeah,
and that's lots of them.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they can be dangerous on takeoff and landings. Usually, other than that, they're not too much of a problem.
We should equip our airplanes with paintball guns.
Really?
That'd be cool.
That does not sound like that. It's very animal-friendly, Josh.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Paintballs won't kill
You're going to have all kinds of crazy calls now.
No, I won't.
Angry people.
Everybody loves me.
No, they don't.
They love your show, that's for sure.
Well, look at it. We knocked it out with calls today.
No, that was impressive.
Well, it's the political stuff. Everyone,
I told you.
Everyone's very, very touchy about that right now.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to get anyone talking, you say, hey, say something about political. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to.
Yeah, don't take the vote.
You might want to try religion if you want somebody to call you. That'll help too.
Religion.
Well, you guys, how do we get a hold of you if we want to learn how to fly?
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals?
Sningles?
And what would they spell out? What would they spell out?
861-7484. That is our phone number. Or you can email ocalaviation@yahoo.com. And if you want to know about the scholarship for $4,000, call or email. Or go to the website.
Or come in.
Or just come in.
We're very friendly people.
Sometimes. And get a Discovery flight. We're getting close to the gift-giving season. So.
Oh, yes. Oh, good point. Yes, Discovery flights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice gift for somebody.
We'll talk about those next week.
Yeah.
Brad and Josh, thank you, as always.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a little break and be right back.
That was fantastic.